All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium. As the 49ers get ready to the stadium itself might be a bit newer, but it's a rivalry that still burns hot. And here we go, the Battle of the Bay from Santa Clara. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard. Line. There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And the Raiders have got him. Bruce Irvin in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. Now a Bay Area native from up in Berkeley. This is Marshawn Lynch. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
All right, get set, fellas. That's right. Push it up.
Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go. 21.
They run once more with McKinnon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
Good job. Too easy. Here we go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner 1st down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On second down, here's Garoppolo. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
A dump down to McKenna. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
Long night.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
Hey, gun. White. Check 26. Get hot.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And an alley to run. Finding room to the 20. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
White. Hey, gun.
They run it with McKinnon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Gold now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
694.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken right on the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. He finds McKinnon, complete. And just shutting him off there. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now McKinnon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Move it up, fellas. That boy's got 4 down. 53's the mic. 53, check. 11. 13.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a 1st down as well. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
12.
Garoppolo now. Caught left side, Garcon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. McKinnon. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And Gold is able to put it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Carr now on first down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. We have hit halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And some room to work. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Go Chief. Get down, get down.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Carr to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense,
yeah.
we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Flushed out right. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Garoppolo again. He's going to let this one go deep, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Here's McKinnon. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Here we go. Hurry up. Hurry up.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. In for the score. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. To throw on 2nd down. Carr. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time. And
they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Carr. It finds Roberts, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Now Carr. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Check three. 21, 11. 53's the month, 53. White. 6. Yes.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. Gets this one left side to Pettis. Whoa, it still won't go down. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Garoppolo now. 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On first down, Garoppolo. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Sometime in this 4th quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, gun.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Calling a gain of 10, and they pick up the first. Garoppolo now, 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, we got 4. 21. Check 4.
On the toss, it's McKinnon. About 3 yards there to the 27. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Garoppolo. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And he knocks it through. Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that what it is, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it. Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
On third down, they go Lynch. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a fourth down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
7:34.
Now Carr, got to have this one. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eli Harold in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Toss play to McKinnon. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers continue to roll. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Go, go. Get set, get set.
Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Carr. And Cook has it left side. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now a play fake here on first down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. On first, here's Washington. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. Carr now on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down again. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. And he pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way,